Good morning, everyone. Hopefully it's still morning by the time we see this video. So for today's Busted Out, honestly, I wasn't really sure what to do, so I started looking in some drawers. And I found this set. Well, I found tons of them, but this is the one I pulled out. Of course, these are the Gemini, what do they call them? I already forgot what they would call them. Belly band type things, I suppose. The point of, Busted Out is that you have this in your stash and hopefully you haven't used it, or, well, not hopefully, I hope you have used it, but if you haven't used it in a long time, to give you another idea or just to try it out to remind you. But if I have any links for any items in the description box, there'll be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. I don't know if this is available or not. I just pulled one out. I had a bunch of Christmas ones and all kinds of other things. I was on the auto ship, I think, at a time to get these through HSN. But so what I'm going to do is open this up, and then I think I want to update it by using it on a mini Slimline. I know I keep doing those, but I think it'll be fun. It'll just be a little something that we add on to it. It's not going to be like an actual belly band, but you could do that. I don't see why not. But the other thing about these guys is they're all different. The sizing on them, like how long it might be or how long your paper might need to be because of this part. So how much you need of it to interlock. So I kind of want to keep it basic, keep it simple, and everyone can have the same measurements basically. Because what we're going to do is just intertwine it and use it as an accent. Maybe you saw it at least that's what I have in mind. So the other thing I'm going to use to cut this with is the Tangerine, because I keep getting a lot of questions on using an intricate die. So when I reviewed, or not really reviewed, but tried out the Tangerine with my first impressions and things, I was just thinking about the sandwiches and I wanted to be, make that very clear. And I totally forgot, I should use an intricate die. You guys probably want to see that. So the machine is known for cutting intricate dies because, hello, Tonic makes the most intricate dies, right? They're Verso dies and all those kind of things. So I guess in my mind, I didn't think to even try one. So this die is pretty intricate for being as small as it is. So I'm going to pull out the Tangerine to do that with. I don't know that this really has embossing in it. I guess I could press it through with the rubber embossing mat, but I'm not going to. I don't think it really needs it. But what I'm going to do is grab some paper because I haven't even thought about that. And we'll add this as a little accent and then like a sentiment or something. So I'll be right back. For whatever reason, I'm standing up now because now we're getting to work. Okay, so I didn't plan this at all. So I'm just, a regular... For me, the mini Slimline is a 3.5 by 6. Some people like 4 by 6, which is really a A4 card. Whatever you want to do. Obviously, whatever you want to do in any size is fine. So I did cut this paper to 6 by 7. So on the 7 side, 6 by 7, just from a standard A2 size paper. So what I do is cut it at 6 and then on the 11-inch side, and then cut off the extra 1.5 inches on the 8.5. But however you want to do it. So we want to score this at 3.5. And then I saw this paper pack because I keep going back to the same paper packs, I feel like. So I'm like, oh no, I want to try something different. I should use something different. Oh, I should have used the new Tonic colors. Oh well, I'll bring those in sometime soon. I have this little piece of paper. I actually got it from this. And when I saw this paper, this is super, I don't even know when I bought this because I haven't been to Michael's in, over a year at least. I thought this paper was cute, and then I realized it has little acorns, and we're in spring, but look how cute this paper is. So then I was going through it, this one's really pretty, and then I saw, this is gorgeous, and then I saw the, that blue one's really pretty too. This one, and it had a whole thing on the other side, like a scrapbook page mostly. It had like a bunch of words and things, but I just cut this little piece. It looks like a little piece of ledger paper. So cute. So I cut it to 3 3/8 by 5 7/8 because I like to work in eighths sometimes, just so you get that really thin 1/16 of an inch border. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that down now because I don't think I'm going to do anything else too fancy. So that way our card base is ready. And then I went and looked for some coral cardstock, and I do have some nice coral cardstock from Spellbinders, but since I don't know how this is going to turn out, I didn't want to use that good stuff. So I just grabbed some inexpensive recollections is what I was going to say, paper. So I have that little ledger down. It's cute. Cute paper. So I grabbed this piece of paper here. Now, I do not care what happens with this other piece of this. I want basically this portion that'll fit on the card. So there's a couple things. We could, sorry. When we cut these out, they're going to intertwine, right? They're going to be something like this. And you can run it the length of this if you want to do the measurements to have the exact length, but you don't even have to measure if you don't want, because this is not important. We're not making a belly band, you know, I'm just going to cut it wherever I feel like. So you can give yourself some extra paper like this, and you'll have some extra paper that will stick off the sides, and you're good to go, you know, however you want to do it. But I'd probably do them both this way, that way I can both have extra paper. Intertwine them wherever you want. If you want it to be a little more offset, like if you want this one to be longer because you want it to be off to the side, then, you know, do one shorter on your paper and one that's going to be longer. I was thinking about it. This is what's funny. In my mind, I was going to do it this way. I'm still going to orient it this way, but I'm going to put it this way. So I don't need all this extra, but I'm going to cut it anyway. So I'm going to cut it right on the line. I hope that makes sense. You know, if you want to add a little extra to one of them, just cut it further. It's not going to look as cute, though, because this is very plain. And then you're going to have even more plain, right? So to me, this is the way to use it if you're just going to make something small. Oh, you know what? Okay, well, that's fine. Let's just tape that. I forgot I was going to use a tangerine. I'm like, oh, I better cut this down because I'm going to... But it doesn't matter. So, you know, for something like this, I'll still go to my marquee because she's my go-to for the little projects. Somebody had asked if some of the larger dies will fit on the tangerine. I mean, in the video, I talked about the size of the plates, so whatever dies you have that are the size of those plates, it's going to work great. I believe the plates are basically A4 size, because they're not 8.5 inches. I think they're 8.25. Is that what I had said? Let me measure it again for you guys real quick. Yeah, so they're just a little bit bigger than 8.25, not quite 8.5. So an 8.5 piece of paper would be kind of the way we do our paper in the US, but they're 12 inches long, the plates. I know, I don't even know if I can back up enough to show you. Yeah, that's as far as I can go. And then somebody asked me how heavy it is. It's a good weight, but if you look on the Tonic site, of course I'll have the links there, it tells you that it weighs about 15 pounds, I think. Like 7-something kilograms or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to put this into the die cutting plate. Okay. And then with the top plate. And I just got a comment, I think yesterday, from another gal who says she's had hers for 3 years, has never replaced the plates. It cuts just as it did the first day, and it's great. So I think that's a lot of people's questions. So what happens is with a machine like this, it's a little more expensive. And then they were asking me if this other plate was getting gouged or messed up. This is the top plate, and you can see I had it on top. Oh gosh, my camera's gonna freak out. Let me move this. And I don't see anything wrong with it at all. Of course, I had it facing this way, so I'm showing you the back side, the side that was facing the dies. And so the machine is a little more expensive, you know, but if you don't ever have to buy plates again, really, I think that's pretty good. But again, like I said, I'll keep trying it for you guys, and you guys can see how it works. They do get out of stock at times, but I have a feeling, I hope they'll keep it more in stock nowadays. It looks like on the UK site for Tonic, it's already gone. On the US site, it's there. They do have extra plates. The plates are sold out, and I think they had a handful of the embossing plates left. So, but then I think, well, why do you need more plates if you know, I don't know. For me, I would buy a backup pair just to have them, but they are gone really fast. So anyway, die cutting plate, paper, die facing down, this guy on top. And let's run it through. The other question I would keep getting is if it's hard to crank. No. I don't know if you can see. I mean, you are going to have a lot of revolutions because these are big plates, but I mean, it's pretty easy. And what's funny is I had been pulling weeds all weekend. Just all weekend, like starting Thursday, because I did not take care. You know what it is? We have these Santa Ana winds, and then across the way there's a big church and there's some houses, but in between there's like an empty lot. Surrounded by a fence, but they have tons of weeds, right? Because no one takes care of it. And the winds just like were really bad this season, and I think it blew a bunch of stuff everywhere because I've never seen this many weeds. But anyway, okay, so this one, I mean, it's a more intricate. I don't know if you can say it's like super intricate, but it's pretty intricate. And I mean, it's cut real nicely. Of course, I'll keep using them. I am going to do a separate video of frequently asked questions that I keep getting. I'm going to try to use it off and on here just as I'm at home, you know, doing work, because that way I can tell you that I've used it more often than just in the videos that I do, you know. Well, one a day, but not always. Okay, let me clean these guys up. I left this one on the, oh, it's taped down. And that one only had the one bit that stayed. Okay, I'll be right back. A little card base, and we have these guys. And basically I'm just gonna intertwine them. So it's just an accent piece. It's not really doing any work. We can even glue that if we wanted. And basically my idea was to put this here somewhere. And then, you know, your little sentiment, whatever that might be. So I am going to, oh, I'm so silly. I was also going to cut this with the decal edge trimmers, just because a lot of times I forget to bring things like that out, you know, so I want to bust it out. But, you know, well, let's see, maybe I can do another layer of something, but I really want this paper to show, so I'm not going to cover it. What I'm going to do is look through my stash and see if I can find like a little sentiment to go on here, and I'll be right back. Okay. I might have to edit this out if this doesn't work out, but you know what? I just got my script letters from the auto ship from HSN. So yeah, this is not a busted out, but also you can't really get this. So at this point in time, Diamond Press was kind enough though to send me the next one. So I know you guys had questions like how big these would be, and I didn't have the answer for you because by the time I was going to ask, and it's already shipped, you know. But I do have the next set, and I will show them to you very soon. That way you'll have an idea of what the next auto ship, if you're on the Collegiate Alphabet auto ship. And I just want to see how big these are. These are so big. So cool. Hold on, I want to see if it fits on here. It fits on there almost. It has a little bit off, but you know what? I think I'm going to use it anyway. I was just going to say hi. Is that weird? I don't know. I thought that would be fun. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Okay, let me find some paper that I will cut these out on, or, you know, I'll be right back. I think I'm gonna use this paper. Remember I told you I thought it was really cute. We'll see what happens. So I'm gonna put these on here. I will run these through the marquee just, you know, because they're little. And then I'm also going to, I think I'll drop shadow them just to give them a little more girth there. So I'll probably use the same coral color that I used on the flowers, this guy, and we'll do that. So let me trim this down. Oopsie. Pop it through the marquee. And then, like I said, also cut out the, oopsie. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you. Also cut out the other ones. Oh, what I was saying about pulling weeds is like my hands were really tired and they were hurting, and my arms, and then, you know, just everything I was doing over the weekend to get my stuff prepared. So like it was really easy to crank even though my hands were hurting. So, you know, it kind of gave me an idea of, yeah, how it might be if you're not, if you have some dexterity issues and stuff like that. Obviously my little marquee, very easy to crank. You know, it's funny, on the tonic machine, it also has a tip there. It says, if you start hearing a squeaking, to oil this part. And that's what I told you guys. I was like, you know, it's funny. I was wanting to put oil in here in the marquee when she was squeaking, but then I realized it was coming from here. And so a lot of times you hear the squeaking, it's not really from the machine. It's like in here, you know? So funny. Actually, this one might be doing it. Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't oiled this guy. This is my other machine that I picked up a while back. See? Ooh, not a fun sound. So just put a little oil. I guess, you know, I have this cuticle oil, or I had this other vitamin E oil from the dollar store, and that's basically what I used because that already has a little brush on it. And I just dabbed it on the very inside right here. Just right here. Just try to get it in there, and then I just went like that, and once it rubbed in, it was good to go. And that was a little while back too, so on the marquee. The other one hasn't started doing that yet, so we're okay. All right, I'll cut the same letters out with the coral, and I'll be right back. One other thing I wanted to show you guys, I just realized because I went to grab something from it, from nearby. Remember, I'm always dropping things. Like in a video, you might hear things fall because, like, if I grab a pair of scissors, something else might fall from that same basket or whatever. And a lot of it was always these guys, my magic mushrooms, and I used to have them next to me over here with all my other, over here where the inks are on the origami cart, and they were always falling off. And the thing is, they do come with a holder, those acrylic holders, and basically you pop them in like this. But I like to cover mine and keep them put away, and I like them in here, so I always just kept them out like this, you know? And they were always falling, so I had this little set of baskets from Nani's cookies that I always like to order from HSN. I know I can make those cookies myself, but it's like, you know what? If I'm just going to order them, maybe a little coupon, I might as well get them. And they had an offer where it was 2 pounds in one basket or 1 pound and 1 pound in 2 baskets. And I'm like, oh, I'll do that one. And look at the cute little basket. And they hold these guys perfectly. Obviously, this one doesn't fit completely, so I have to put it upside down. But now they don't fall. So now I'm so happy because they were always falling in the background of videos, or I had to edit it because it's like clink. All right, I'm going to glue those together. So thank you for walking through that little basket with me. Did I just hear my doorbell ring? I heard something kind of clink. All right, so I'm going to drop shadow these like that. I always try to do them the same. Like if I do this one, the pink or the corals up and to the left, then I'll do the other letters the same way. And even the dot for the eye, of course. Okay, so I'll attach these the same way and the dot, and I'll be back. So if you're new to my channel, this is kind of how I do things. I mean, this is busted out. What I do is hopefully you have some of these items and you're going to bring them out and play with them, or at least use them once, you know, or however. And I also just kind of work on the fly, and that's how it always has been. And when I do a review video or anything else, that's just how it is. And any company who's, you know, approached me to do reviews and stuff like that, I pretty much tell them, you know, I'm just here at my house. I don't have any high-tech stuff. Like, I just work with the items as I go along, and they're always like, yeah, that's great. That's what we want, you know? So I'm not going to change that. And I know some polite ladies recently asked me, why do you just jump on there without having a plan? And that's how I read the comment. That's how I think it's coming through. But it's like, because that's how I do my channel. And if you want to watch a person who is more, you know, organized and acts it out, then go do that. There's plenty of channels that do that. Not here. We play. All right. Let me see here. So I am going to put this on here. Anyway, I'm just saying, because I was just thinking, I was chatting a lot today about weeds and baskets, and I mean, that's just how it is. Okay, so I want to put this like this. I'm probably going to go ahead. Well, you know, I don't really want to glue this. So I'm trying to think if I want it to go all the way to the edge. It's what I wanted it to do. So I need to cut this down evenly to be 3.5 inches, right? So let's see. 3.5 inches. And right now, oh, you know what I can do? I'll just measure it on here and see where the center is. The center is, of course, some weird number. Altogether, it's 5.5. And I want it to be, let me make sure it's 5.5, because that seems weird. If I cut so much off, ooh. Yeah, so 5.5, and I want it to be 3.5, so I just need to cut 1 inch off each side. So about there. We'll see what happens. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be different for each one of these little doodads because they just do it differently. You know, they all have different measurements. So when you go to make yours, if you try this out, then just, you know, kind of pay attention to this kind of thing. You might have to size yours a little bit different. All right, that works. Just a simple little card, and just another way to kind of use these without having to do the whole belly band thing, which I know I have tons of them. I'm sure you do too, because we were, you know, buying them up as Crafter's Companion was putting them out. Cute. And like I said, I only really want to glue down this backside so that way the flowers can kind of do their own thing. So I'm just going to put glue here all the way down to the bottom. And, oh, somebody asked me the other day, I said, or the glue trick on the back of the hand. She's like, glue trick? I would put glue on my hand like this. It's just a really old trick from back in the day. And then when you dab, 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 you're getting glue on here, and it just picks it up where it touches, right? So it's just an easy way of doing that. And I think I wanted this about here. That's so fun. I was going to say, I need to pull it open for it to sit the way I want. And if I have to make any adjustments with my trimmer afterwards, I can do that, but that looks pretty good. Aw, you see this will stay up like this if you wanted it to. Cute. Okay, I'm gonna go wash my hand off now, and I'll probably pop some dimensional adhesive on the back of this, just not waste your time. It's not the biggest deal, and I'll be right back. I'll put some dimensional adhesive on this. It won't be a big deal. I couldn't find my little Anna Griffin ones. I have a whole kit of just like little dimensionals to go behind stuff like that. And then I found this old stuff that came from a Crafter's Companion kit for shaker dies, which reminds me, I want to tell you guys, don't fill up on this. Like, if you see this and you're like, oh, I should buy a ton of it, the Crafter's Companion one. I don't know about other companies. It gets so gross. I'm sorry. I just, like, it is stuck all over my scissors, and these are scissors that stuff shouldn't stick to. It's stuck on my new nails. I just did. I'm trying to get it off, and it just gets really gummy. And that's something that happens with this stuff over time. Not always, but I've noticed it with theirs, and it doesn't matter if it's the one from the kits, if it's the one you buy from separately from them. I would say don't stock up on it. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, use it up and then get yourself some more, because if it's just sitting there, in the meantime, it's getting gummy and gross. It's ugh. Ugh, the other thing is I didn't plan really where I was going to put these. Either way, I'm going to do it here. So here's my H. Again, it's super gummy, so I have to be very careful with this stuff. Ugh. Look at this. Whatever's stuck on there. Oh my gosh. It's my husband just called me, so I answered him. I put my hand in my pocket and put my phone away. So whatever jeans got... Oh, this is... Okay. I'll just... We'll let it go. I'll learn from Elsa here. I'll let it go. Oh, you know what's funny? That there's lines on here that kind of helps me out a little bit. Not really, but a little bit. So we just have a little note card that says, hi. And then I want to see the dot for their eye is this way. You know what I'm saying? The little piece goes this way. That's how they have it. I guess you can put it down however you want. Look at that. Ugh. No. This stuff is so gross. And I stocked up, so I have tons of it that's going to be gross and sticky like this for a while, but that's okay. Hopefully that'll stay. Little note card. You can pop a little gem on here. That'd be so cute. You know, whatever you like. But again, we have this on here. It has a little dimension, looks cute. Just another way to breathe some new life maybe into things. And they're not even that old. They're from like last year, aren't they? I mean, they've been making them for a while, but I feel like these are from last year. Super cute. Quick little note card. And then, you know, I have these little pearls here that are from different kits, and I just always have them sitting next to me, and I was like, well, maybe some of these, but they're not quite the right color. But, you know, you can always think about things like that. Just throw something else on there. I think a blue would go even better than... I don't know. That's weird. I hope I use those, because otherwise they're just gone. I know some of these moved around in here. I was thinking about opening up my diamond pressed kits. Maybe some of those have something in there I would want to put on here. But there it is. All right, guys. Well, thanks for visiting with me. Thanks for chatting. It was so fun talking with you guys yesterday about craft day with a quick little video for the confetti launcher. That was a lot of fun to work with. Yeah, so I tried out my little letters here, and... I hope you guys are having a great day. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.